A night of epic matches, bloody brawls, insane risk, and a legend-building main event that finally allowed us to see the cowboy riding high are but some of the ingredients that built the concoction we like to call AEW Full Gear 2021. And hi, I'm John.
I'm Raja.
And you're watching Blind Tag Wrestling News Now. Full Gear 2021 review.
Oh, and what a review.
What a review it is. My God.
My goodness gracious alive.
What? What's going on?
A lot is going on.
So, listen.
We had highs, we had lows, we had all the in-betweens.
We even had an in-between, actually. We'll get to that. We had highs, lows. There was actually an in-between in there.
Yeah.
So, I didn't expect it to be an in-between, but
No.
you'll find out what I'm talking about. Listen, we had all kinds of stuff go on. This was a fantastic event from All Elite Wrestling.
As we expected.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, as we talked about in our build-up to this, on our preview, this wasn't about a new star. This wasn't really about some debut or anything like that.
No.
We've got our new guys. We've got our roster. We've got the A roster, so to speak.
Yes.
We're
finally putting them to use.
Right, the go-forward roster. And man, oh man, boy howdy, was there some wrestling.
Oh man, so much wrestling.
Before we get to all that, we need to pay a little dues here.
Okay.
And let you know that you need to go right now to the Patreon, because that would be a beautiful thing to do for your friends here at Blind Tag Wrestling News Now. We would be your friends.
Yes.
Or we could be your friends. But that's all up to you and you being a patron, because the more you patronize us, the more we'll smile at you and say thank you very much. And that would be patreon.com/blindtagnews. But you might be able to see that right now. And you could also go to the tweet machine and follow us for some live tweetering.
Yes.
I love the tweeter live. Get my tweeter out and did all kinds of trouble. I try to be funny. I think I'm funny anyway. Do you think I'm funny?
I think you're funny.
Let's give you a little example of some of the AEW Full Gear tweets.
All the tweets.
yeah, just some of the ones that we did. We thought were funny. We'll go through there a little bit. And of course, Facebook.com Blind Tag News is where you go. There's also a Blind Tag News group. You can find that easily through our Facebook, and we're bringing all the cool people there to play with us on Facebook. The group has a lot of questions and answers, and if you ask me a question, I'm obliged to give you an answer. Now, listen, huge. This is huge. This is so big. I need to get to it now.
Okay.
Start us off, Raja, with Full Gear, because we got a lot to get into.
All right. Full Gear.
Yes.
We'll start with the buy-in pre-show. And of course, that began with a little interview of Dante Martin that was interrupted by the Acclaimed, who were like, join us.
Yeah, it was a little bit more exciting than that.
That's exactly how it went. I don't know.
A little bit more exciting than that. And
everyone wants Dante right now.
They do. He's the Bam Bam Bigelow of this year. If you know, you know. Okay.
I don't blame him.
Who's gonna get Bam Bam? But
he's great.
Yeah, I mean, I want him too. Yeah. I'm sure that there's somebody else that would like to have him. I wouldn't surprise me a bit if there's somebody on a cell phone. Hey, pal, are you 6 foot tall? Do you weigh over 200 pounds?
Oh, leave Dante alone.
If so, we have an opportunity for you.
Yes.
Can you puke on command? Just wondered. Yeah, this was really cool.
I didn't understand the Acclaim's approach here, because they insulted his brother and said, join us or we'll break your leg.
I don't know.
Who's going to say yes to that?
I mean, there's probably someone that would say yes. I mean, there's got to be that guy there. That guy would say yes.
Goodness.
We're watching you right now. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Then we got to a match.
Thunder Rosa and Hikaru Shida versus Nyla Rose and Jamie Hayter.
Yeah, so this was actually a really hot opener.
Yeah.
Again, keeping with the hot openers at the first of.
They always put on a good first match.
They always do now.
It's a rule.
Now, always now on the pre-show. Originally, the pre-show. Yeah, it wasn't so great, but they've really learned their lesson here. I was pretty excited about this one. I've decided, because we went back and forth on the old days, like when we're trying to get our footing under us, right? Our footy pajamas. And we were trying, in wearing our footy pajamas, to figure out what was our rating system going to be.
Right.
Because we need one.
Yes.
And are we going to use the traditional 5 stars from Uncle Dave? Or are we going to use, like a 10-star thing, or not really stars, but 10 points that we were talking about doing like a point system thing. We did that a little bit.
A little.
But it's hard. Mm-hmm. It's really hard. Too many numbers.
Right.
So I've decided, and we talked beforehand, and I think we're in agreement here, that we're going to grade you like you're in school. And in doing so, we're going to use that weird thing that always bothered me very much. Because I don't think I would have failed as many classes if my teachers had been as smart as me.
Okay.
Because, there really should have been something between D and F.
Yeah, probably.
Does that not bother?
Like kind of like a midway thing. You're not like completely failing, but you're close.
So, does it not bother you?
A little.
Did you ever think about it?
It bothers me the way the grading system is anyway, because F takes up a disproportionate amount of the 100 points. Like, they're like, the D through A is barely any, and then F is like under 69 or something.
But why?
It's ridiculous.
Is there no E?
I don't know. E stands for excellent. They didn't want to put it there.
But there's not an E in the traditional grading scale.
No, there's
A,
not.
B, C, D, F. I really think that had they had an E,
we're adding an E.
No, we're not. No, that would just confuse people too much. It'd be like, why is there an E there? Was it excellent?
Why is it under D?
Yeah, no. Everything's under the D in this place. But we're doing A, B, C, D, and F. So I think that'll work pretty good.
Yes.
And, also like A+.
Right, plus and minus.
And A-. That we won't
to give us some variety,
Well, that won't get us as much trouble as saying 6 stars out of 5. Right. You can give it A+. No one's really going to bat an eye.
Right.
We can even be like an A++. That would be exceptional level.
Right.
But, so anyway, I think it's kind of cool. We're going to start right here with a C+.
Yes, I would give it a solid C.
So we're going to settle on C.
Solid C match.
Your C brings my C+ down.
Good job.
We're good. What's next?
Next, we had another interview before the pay-per-view started with Orange Cassidy, and they told him that he would be facing the Butcher and the Blade on Dynamite, and he needed to find himself a partner to face this tag team with. And, he has been lately introduced into Chaos. And he decided he would bring someone from Chaos to be his partner, a certain dog. So yes, Orange Cassidy is going to be teaming with Tomohiro Ishii on Dynamite.
Ishii. E.
I give this choice a A++.
We found our E. But
okay.
Ishii.
Yes.
Ishii.
We love Ishii.
Ishii-san.
He had a great weekend too.
Tomohiro.
Good for you.
Yeah, so listen, I love Ishii. Yes. And everybody should love Ishii. And if you don't love Ishii, well, you just don't know Ishii.
What are you doing?
Yeah, seriously, you don't know Ishii. So listen, this is going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing because he's going to beat the crap out of Butcher and Blade. Yeah. And they're going to try to hit him, and he's just going to be like...
He's just going to chop him in the neck.
Yeah. Oh, the neck chops. Oh.
Enjoy your chops.
Oh, the neck chops. So glad to see this. I'm hoping there's some other Forbidden Door hanger-outers that are currently here in America.
Bring all of Chaos with you.
And, for those of you who don't remember, this is kind of cool. It's not just like they threw this story out there.
No.
There is some members there with the best friends that were in Chaos.
Yes, already.
Yeah, I guess they're still in Chaos.
When they went to Japan for Tag League, they were accepted into Chaos.
Yeah, Trent, Chucky.
Yes. And of course, Trent teamed with Rocky for a long time.
Yeah. And because of Rocky, they were in Chaos. And
now they're all best friends.
Yeah. It's all one big revolving door, so to speak.
It really is.
It's pretty cool.
So let's get into the actual pay-per-view.
Let's.
The opener, which I wasn't expecting to be the opener, but worked really well as the opener.
Right now.
MJF versus Darby Allin. My friends. These two, there's a reason that they are two of the 4 pillars of AEW. Let me just say that. If anyone had any doubts going into this match, they don't anymore.
So from the moment that I saw Darby's blue face paint,
oh, he looks so good.
whatever the hell that was, it looked kind of skullish, but it was really cool. And Darby's latest snuff film that he's made,
killing another car.
When I saw this come out, and you hear those chords, and he comes. I mean, what the story here and building into this story, so great, such a great story, but building into this. You had things with MJF saying, you're always fighting, blah, 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 but, I could beat you with a headlock takeover.
Yeah.
And Darby's like, you're not going to beat me with a headlock takeover. But it's kind of cool because on the indies, Raja and I actually witnessed this.
We witnessed a similar story.
Very similar story.
In a match.
And, because we were in the Northeast and it was just like those guys were just, there. But very cool stuff. This when this was happening, I was like, he's gonna beat him with a headlock takeover.
He did.
And
I wouldn't be surprised if that happened.
Yeah.
When the match was starting, because MJF is sneaky.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and you got such wonderful standards. Darby played all the hits, such as that damn suicide dive that really
literally committing suicide.
Well, yeah, but murder. I mean, it's
true.
The velocity that he hit MJF with this suicide dive, which was shot. I mean, I
was like, holy crap. And I loved the angle on it where you were just watching him from the side and he just ran back. And then I could hear the drums like in the cartoon as he kept running forward. And then he dived out. It was great.
Yeah, he did dived out.
He dived out.
Yeah, so that was amazing. MJF with that tombstone on the apron.
Yes.
The hardest part of the ring.
Oh, God. Poor Darby in the apron bumps. Please stop.
The crowd was hot as could be.
Yes.
It was just this wonderful vibe going on with it.
And of course, the story the whole time of MJF's knee kept getting messed up. He kept using it against Darby.
Yeah. Oh.
And hurting himself more.
Yeah, it was great because everything he was doing was coming back to that. And then we get down to the point where, after all this back and forth and a lot of great chain wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
Just really, really.
A little bit of everything, really.
Yeah. Incredible pacing. Just really good stuff. I love the fact when MJF gets Darby's skateboard and he offers it to him, like use it.
Because the story is Darby is more concerned about hurting MJF than actually winning the match.
Yeah, and of course it all started with that promo talking about Darby. He wanted to get in Darby's head and prove that he could get in his head, and he was the final pillar that he had not beat. So he talked about that unfortunate accident from Darby's childhood where Darby was in the car with his uncle and he passed away. He was drinking and driving, whatever. And that video at the first.
Oh, yeah, with the car.
Was referencing that.
Yeah.
So it was all coming around on this. So when he's handing the skateboard, of course, any normal person is you're going to be tempted, right?
Right.
So in this ultimate babyface move, you could see Darby being tempted, but he didn't let it win. He's like, no, I'm not going to do it. That's the ultimate babyface problem because what happened?
Unfortunately, he handed it to Bryce instead of just like throwing it out of the ring.
MJF goes into the trunks. He pulls out that diamond ring.
He needs to lose that ring eventually.
And boom, pop.
Headlock takeover. 1, 2, 3.
Beautiful. Can I get a... I know you didn't like it, but you got to love the story.
It was great. It was a great match. The whole thing was fantastic.
So this is early in our rating system, right?
Oh, yeah. Very early.
But I can't help it. I have to give this an A.
Yeah.
I mean,
A+ even for me.
Yeah, it was an A+ for me too, but I felt guilty about it.
It was so good.
All right, it's an A+.
There wasn't even really any interference because when they tried to come out, Sting just came out and beat him with a bat.
Dad.
He's like,
I forgot Dad came out.
Beat Shawn with his own chair.
Yeah, he beat the crap out of him actually.
Oh, jeez.
But you have the story. Okay, we had to build. Proper build. We have the reason for the anger. That was part of the build, but it's the reason for the season. We have old school story being brought into the story. There's a whole life there. And you have the pillars thing. There's like several interconnecting storylines.
Yeah. It's all woven together.
You have the fact we're opening with this. You have this perfect, flawless execution. Flawless execution.
Right.
There was nothing that was, and again, what are we grading these on? You know, should we grade these on did she land? Did she take a hop when she landed, or should we grade these on the overall story of the
entertainment value?
I think it's a little of all, you know.
Yeah, you got to take into account the work rate,
the
story, everything.
And it put a smile on my face.
Yeah,
big time. You know, even though I don't like the way it ended from a kayfabe standpoint,
right?
It was very interesting because where does this go?
Well, now I think they need to do a 4-way match between the pillars, and they all just need to team up on MJF and kick the crap out of
the
him.
Whole thing about it is this really, you know, whoever won this match is positioned.
Oh, yeah.
Higher than, say, the TNT title.
Oh, I would argue that, absolutely.
So they're already past that, you know, level.
Mm-hmm.
So this is somewhere in that world title range.
Yeah.
And I mean, just it's a hard prediction, but it's not that hard.
And MJF should be. He's practically undefeated. I mean,
in 2022, MJF will have his first title reign as the world champion.
It's going
to happen in 2022. Now, and here's the cool thing about it. As much as everybody hates MJF,
yeah,
there's so much vile and you hate him.
Yes.
He is going to be the hottest babyface that's ever been.
When we get there.
Can you imagine the level babyface that MJF is going to be? Because wrestling is based on the worst, nastiest heel becomes the best babyface. I mean, it's the hottest babyface, and vice versa. The hottest babyfaces can become the hottest heels.
Right.
This guy, when he actually gets to that point, where at some point, I don't know how it'll happen, but when you see MJF standing up for somebody or standing up for something and using that promo for the good, you know, being like, no, and putting something on his back, and you know what I mean? Everybody,
it would be a great story.
Everybody's going to be behind him because they're going to see the growth.
I just don't know if he has it in him.
Oh, he has it in him.
All right. Well, yes, that opener, hot. It was
22
great.
minutes of hot.
It was amazing.
22 minutes and 20 seconds of hot.
I feel bad for even doubting them for a second for using that as the opener.
Yeah, A+.
A+. So we moved on then, straight into a title match between the Lucha Brothers and FTR.
Crazy.
Straight into a tag team
title
match.
You didn't have time to breathe.
No,
you didn't have time. You didn't have time to breathe. You knew what this was going to be. This was going to be nuts, man. And Rey Fenix is absolutely on pay-per-view. There's a different Fenix that you get. He's
glorious.
Absolutely. He's amazing.
And they always have the best entrances.
This entrance was really cool, although I don't quite understand it.
No, me either, but it was great.
Don't know what it was, but I was, you know, I felt like I snapped her with the other beatniks. But, you know, again, this was amazing. You had Eddie Guerrero tribute in it, of course, because a lot of people did that at Full Gear.
Yes. There was a night full of them.
But we had this is one of those that's almost too much to even call.
Oh, yeah, because it was so back and forth, like so crazy.
Everything you can imagine. You had like very, very, very stiff. It was, I mean.
There was one point when Penta got monkey flipped into FTR in the corner. It was just insane.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no.
I don't want him coming at me like that.
No, it was awesome though, and it was everything that you would want out of the match, you know. And again, these guys being the Lucha Bros go to a whole new level on pay-per-view. There's just something there's something different about pay-per-view for them. And honestly, I didn't know how this was going to go. We haven't had that when we talked about it. We haven't had any real proper defenses. You know, we lost the AAA belts and all this is built up, and FTR do they deserve it? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, absolutely they deserve it. It's been a year since they had the belts, but you got to blame it on the frogs.
Yes, there was some shenanigans.
Little chicanery. A little.
Those frogs came back.
Yeah. So they're trying to do a little Killer Bees gimmick, and that
the old
just
switcheroo
didn't work. But the cool thing was it left it open at the end because we pinned the illegal guy.
Right.
But at that point,
you can't really like take it back after the pin.
Yeah, and plus it's Rick Knox.
Yeah.
Rick Knox has no clue who the legal guy is at any time.
No.
I mean, he thinks he's in,
But it definitely
California.
gives FTR a valid argument.
It does.
To challenge again, because, like, they didn't technically win, I guess.
It does. And I'm sure we'll see that happen. But good on the Lucha Bros and good for us. There's so many cool tag matches to come.
Oh, can't wait.
I hope it's just a big, long feud. And for FTR,
I think it's going to be.
As long as I get to keep hearing that Midnight Express theme song,
we're happy.
We're very happy. But I gave this one a B+.
Yeah, I would put it there too.
And the only reason I say that,
not quite there.
the A+++ Lucha Brothers matches.
The feelings.
The cage match, you had the emotions, right?
Yeah, it gets you in your feelings.
I never got that emotional attachment during this match.
No, it wasn't that kind of match for them.
Yeah, it was a
good match.
But that's what they're built on.
Yeah.
Is that kind of emotion. Like you have the car crash, but you also have an emotional thing.
Yeah.
And I hate to even say that, and I'm not being negative by any means. This was a fantastic match.
Yes, it was.
But it just wasn't.
It didn't like pull at your heartstrings at all.
Yeah, it just didn't connect with me.
And honestly, there wasn't ever a time when I was like, "Oh, they're gonna lose the belts."
Yeah, not a lot
of tension.
Not a lot of real false finishes.
Yeah,
it wasn't. It like
there was like a callback to them tying Penta's mask to the ropes. The time that he unmasked himself to save his brother, but he didn't do that this time. He just got untied.
Yeah.
So it wasn't any real like heart-wrenching moments that we come to expect.
All you got to do is picture the blood.
Oh man!
And
him sitting in front of
Phoenix and just looking at him and my God, maybe I'm spoiled from that match, but I don't want to soil that match.
Yeah.
With rating this one the same rating.
Right. No, because it wasn't to that level.
No, but it was good, man. So what we have next?
Next, we had the AEW World Title Eliminator Final between Miro and Brian Just like we said, a complete slobber knocker, as expected. Man, these two, both of them sporting injuries, they just went after each other. Man.
Why? You know what you did. You had a chance.
Why would you forsake your favorite champion?
You had a chance, God. You could have prevented everything that's about to happen.
Except Brian Danielson is God, so.
Oh my God. This whole time, I was thinking it was Morgan Freeman.
Oh, no.
It's Brian Danielson. Not Daniel Bryan, JR.
Oh, poor guy.
He
tried so hard.
Not Daniel Bryan.
He corrected himself every single time, at least.
He did, and it makes me feel so bad inside. I don't want him to feel bad. Like, I just feel like I want to give...
He's under a lot of pressure.
It's okay, JR. It's all right. Don't worry about the trolls. They're just little trolls.
Oh, and I loved this because going into this match, it's like a totally different look from the first two matches.
Yeah.
Like, we're going one right after the other. You can barely catch your breath, but it's all something different. So it doesn't get old. It doesn't get stale, really.
Like WWE. Which is all cookie cutter, the same exact thing. It could be anybody going in and out. And I don't really care what you think. I don't. That's just my opinion.
This match was 20 minutes of kicking butt.
This match is one of those amazing things. And you talk about how all these matches have been different on the card, right? What about the fact that the Brian Danielson matches as a whole, since he's come into this company, have all been different?
They have. They've all had their own unique style.
And they've all been selling certain things with his submissions. And if he doesn't win with this, maybe he can win with this.
Right. He's got so many ways to finish you. It's terrifying.
So we get to this match. Miro is the biggest monster imaginable. Brian Danielson, as Daniel Bryan, has never beaten Miro as Rusev.
Right.
Never beaten him.
Right.
And so that was, brought up at least. Miro's fresher because he was brought in to replace the, Mox for the unfortunate reasons. And
right. So he didn't have as many matches.
No. And he's determined. Very determined.
He's got good reason.
So the whole story on this match, Danielson just kicking the crap out of him like he does everyone.
Yeah.
But Miro, no selling.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, Danielson could kick him multiple times, and then Miro would come back with one kick and level him, completely level him.
Yeah, and how believable is that?
I mean, really is.
Absolutely. Miro's a monster, just an absolute monster.
I really thought he had Danielson's number.
Yeah, man. And this was just, Brian kept coming back.
Yeah.
But
the man stood up out of a heel hook.
Yeah.
Like, please, I don't want to face that guy.
No, it was absolutely amazing. I love the story, though. I really do. I love where we went with it, and with some of the injuries from both of them.
Yeah.
And how are we going to overcome this? It was really it was almost as if everything had been building, to where we came down to on here. And where did we come down to?
We came down to Brian Danielson winning the tournament.
Yeah.
And getting that number 1 contender spot to face the winner of Kenny and Hangman.
And the whole thing about it is that finish.
Oh, man.
That finish, honestly,
I thought it was over.
It looked like Miro was dead.
Oh, yeah. When he had him in the guillotine, I was like,
When Miro came off that top, I thought he was blue. Like
with that DDT was ugly.
Yeah. In a crazy way.
And then he sank that on, and they were like, nope.
Yeah, he choked him out, man.
Nope. It's over.
It was so cool, and God, I would not want to be in front of Miro come Wednesday, So
wonder if he's gonna show up.
It's going to be really crazy, but this you know what this means? This means Brian Danielson, well, he gets the title shot.
Yes. Which he deserves after all the hard work he's been putting in.
So, my God.
I wonder how soon that's going to be open soon.
Well, it might be the next pay-per-view. I mean, somebody might challenge him for that title shot.
Ooh.
You never know.
No one really has the right. No one's beat him, but
well, if somebody challenged him that maybe didn't beat him but didn't lose to him.
True.
And
could be anybody.
To get that title shot from him. Has there been anybody like that didn't beat him but didn't lose to him? Like somebody drew with. Maybe Kenny Omega, right? Kenny Omega didn't lose to him.
Right.
Just saying.
You just want to see that match again.
Maybe.
So, this match was amazing. What would you rate it?
Honestly, I give this one an A.
It was an A. It's a Brian Danielson match.
I do. It's not Brian Danielson and like Suzuki. It's not. There's just it's a different match.
Yeah.
I like seeing Brian given more offense.
It's not Brian and Kenny, but it was still really good for what it was.
This was telling the story that it needed to tell. So Brian's selling a whole lot.
Yeah.
And he's great at it.
It's just a different kind of match.
I like seeing Brian as kind of the bully myself. Right. Like, oh, haha, I'm going to kick the crap out of you, That's just a personal preference, but yeah, it's another A. We're off to a very hot start on this show. So
next we had the Falls Count Anywhere match between Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus, and Christian Cage, and Adam Cole and the Young Bucks.
So hold on a second, you forgot to do it because
sorry.
I got to hit. No, not that. I got to hit the fun button. Oh yeah, that's right. Confetti. It's that kind of...
Oh, man.
Yeah.
We're so excited for this match, and
this match
delivered.
This match, from the day glow colors of the Young Bucks, that was killing like the vert control on my TV.
The Vaporwave Young Bucks. Calm down.
That was really some crazy costume.
But also, we want that 3 set of figures, please.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
The super click
my God.
In the pink and black.
Oh, my God. The Bret Hart, Adam Cole, baby. It was just... Yeah, that was very, very budge.
Crazy looking heel Young Bucks aside, the Jurassic Express were wearing blue jeans.
They were. And Roger said that Jungle Boy looked very sexy.
Yes, those were my words, nobody else's.
So yeah, they were dressed for success.
For a fight, buddy, because that's what this was.
So this match...
I can't even talk because of Jungle Boy.
This match had a lot of things.
Oh, so many things.
And Adam Cole decided to do them all himself.
Yeah.
So Adam Cole's
What's up, Adam
you
Cole?
know what? I think in one of my first matches with you guys, people said, what's Adam Cole even doing? And so I decided to go through the tables and fall from the ceiling and all these things. Let me get some really good color.
Oh, man, amazing color.
Really good color. That means he bled, you morons.
Oh, man.
So he bled really well, which is a good thing.
Yes. It looked amazing.
It's pro wrestling.
Man, there were ladder shots.
Bleed good.
Tables.
I did.
Trash cans. A lot of trash cans.
Lions, tigers, bears, a dinosaur. There was a Luchasaurus do a shooting star freaking press off a stage.
Jesus. A dinosaur. A flying dinosaur.
And Jungle Boy's expression when this happened.
He was so amazed.
Summed it up for all of us.
Yes. Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was beautiful. And we're also still that slow, weird turn of the Jungle Boy.
Oh, man. That was the story of the entire match. Just right at first, he couldn't deliver the concerto. And then...
What's happening?
Through the course of the match, at the end, he stopped Christian and he was like, let me do it. I can do this. Jungle Boy became Jungle Man.
But did he?
He concertoed Matt Jackson for the win.
It was really weird.
A super click lost.
Yes, they did lose. And, but it was, my God, it was fun.
Even the knee pad, the thumbtack knee pads to Luchasaurus, that was ingenious.
Yes, the thumbtack knee pads. There was so much. There was too much even to go into all of it because, they did everything. They did all the things,
yes.
But it was okay in the confines of this match to do all the things. And, again, perfectly placed.
Christian Cage jumped off a balcony.
He did.
Why?
Slowly.
It took him a minute to get up there.
No, he fell slowly. No, I'm not saying it wasn't
He
death.
defies gravity.
I'm not saying it wasn't death-defying.
He's like a leaf.
But I would probably let my grandmother do that particular dive.
Oh, man.
But it was kind of more of a, hey.
That's exactly what it was.
But thanks for playing.
Oh, man. This match was
I still
great.
remember, SummerSlam, buddy.
This was absolutely an A match, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was. And
everyone delivered.
They did.
Not a slow spot in the whole match.
There wasn't.
Oh.
It was great.
It was great.
It was the Bucks on pay-per-view. What do you expect?
Oh, they are always great on pay-per-view.
All right, listen, just go. If you haven't watched this.
You need to. Spend 22 minutes of your life.
What the hell does that mean anyway?
Tisk tisk, shame shame.
No, where do you think that came from? Everything means something. Every
no
sign,
idea where that started.
Every sign, that's not like like the deaf people don't do that, right?
Actual sign language?
Yeah.
I have no idea. I don't speak sign language.
They're not like, no.
They might.
I don't know. You tell me. Are you deaf? If you are,
they can't hear you right now.
Yeah, well, I know, but they're reading. They're reading. That's why I said, are you deaf? So they're like, yeah, and I want them to tell me because I don't think the closed captioning will say rubs one finger with other finger slowly. Probably. Oh, they're not blind.
No, they're not.
Oh, Jesus. Never mind. I was thinking I was going to have to describe it to you because you...
If they're deaf and blind, they probably aren't watching.
Can we just go on?
Next match. Cody Rhodes and Pac versus Andrade El Idolo and Malachi Black.
All right, here's where I want to talk to everybody.
We're going to have a talk.
This is important. I've tried sitting you down and talking to you about Cody. Now, I have to let you know how deep my love for Cody Rhodes goes. Cody Rhodes is the grandson of a plumber. Cody Rhodes comes from a long line of very, very, very important men in wrestling. Cody Rhodes is cool. Cody Rhodes is nice. Cody Rhodes gives his weight belt to
handicapped individuals.
Yes, to poor handicapped boys that are big fans and absolutely love him. And you know who doesn't do that? Everybody that you didn't boo. And Cody does things you don't see. Like I remember after a show in Jacksonville I was at, Cody took his time and went around for maybe 45 minutes after the show, meeting, taking pictures, shaking hands during the height of COVID.
Yes. He's extremely genuine.
Nobody saw that. This guy really is that good. He's a good person. And he's a damn good wrestler.
Yes.
And he's a great worker. And he's a great promo.
Yes.
A freaking great promo. So I'm still perplexed. I still don't understand. Is it just because it's cool?
Probably.
Is it just cool to you? Because I understand John Cena. John Cena is shit as a wrestler. John Cena doesn't even touch your face. It's like they're tapping out because of the smell. I don't know. That's not Cody. Cody, he went on the indie assault after leaving the E and just really won everybody over, and the Ring of Honor stuff, and
nothing can tarnish Cody Rhodes in this house.
So listen, he's playing you all. That's my point.
He knows what he's doing.
Cody is playing all of you. So when you put the hate and you boo, if you really feel that way and you want to be like, I got Cody, well then cheer him.
Yeah.
That's how you're going to get him. That's how you're going to get him. If you cheer him, it's going to screw up his plans because he's pulling you all in.
Pulling the wool over your eyes.
Maybe you are a worker. You might be. But coming from my years in the sport of kings, let me assure you, you can't outwork a worker. You might think you are because they allow you to think that. But at the end of the day, the carny always wins. So I'm just saying it's going to happen. And if you think I'm wrong about that, you're like, nah, dude, F off. That's not how it works. I got 2 words for you. Roman Reigns. You know how many of you marks are just playing and caressing your little Roman head of the table doll right now? You know how many of you are wearing that damn shirt? The number 1 selling shirt in WWE? Every one of you that were going, Roman Ducks! The same ones of you that are booing Cody for being great, just being awesome. Right. So keep it up. And just remember these words. Because I'm going to rub your face in them like a first poo on the carpet. You're going to remember not to ever poo on the living room carpet again. And that's all I got on that.
Listen, I just want to slide in here real quick. And it was only a split second, but I just want to address the person that brought a Kane Liberty sign to the show and held it up during Cody Rhodes' entrance. Screw you. That's not cool. She's a baby. Don't do that. I just had to get that off my chest. Because I saw it. I saw you. That's terrible.
Wow. You know where that comes from?
Yes, I know it's an old thing, but I don't care. I don't care. It's still terrible.
Raja has small children.
I'm a mom and I am furious at you. Shame.
So the match...
The match was good.
That old thing was Cactus Jack, and it bothered him too.
It should.
In ECW arena, it said Kane Dewey.
Mm-hmm.
And, he was upset about it at the time.
Was Dewey a 6-month-old at the time?
Probably close. I mean, he wasn't very old.
Okay. Anyway, this match, fantastic work. They all work so well together.
And again, to Raj's point earlier, all these matches have been a different flavor, right?
Yeah, totally
still
different. We're still going on the tasting menu.
Now we're in an old school tag match.
Yeah.
Just an old school tag match.
They did do a lot of the coexisting.
I was going to say, can they coexist? Which all 4 of these cats should be very familiar with.
Yes.
Because if you go back anytime with, sometime within the last, 5 years, they've all been in the E.
Yeah. They've probably had to coexist before.
They've had to coexist. And, so it's one of those things, some great action on this. Uh-huh. The story is the biggest thing. There's something up, though. There's absolutely something
totally.
up. And,
one of the best parts of this match was Arn chasing Jose away.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We love Arn.
He did the.
Yes.
Yeah.
He pulled out the Glock
almost
on
the
him.
finger cuffs, which is a Mallrats reference, which made no sense and I hope Arn Anderson has nothing to do with finger cuffs, but he pulled the finger gun out, and boom.
Oh, man. But yeah, Pac was an absolute superstar in this match, to be honest.
He really was.
And he got the win.
Yeah, he even pulled out the Black Arrow.
Oh, beautiful move.
I love the fact that you never know if he's going to fall.
Yeah, he has no idea. He never does, though.
No, but he's always kind of like, hey, oh, okay.
And apparently somewhere along the way, Malachi Black got a little roughed up in this match.
Yeah, he's on the injured report today.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not too bad.
Yeah. Look, man, what an entrance.
Yeah. New mask.
What an entrance. That was very
beautiful.
Yeah, very devil. Very, very devil.
We love it. We love to see it.
I do have to give this one a B.
Yeah.
Because there was,
there's a little too much coexisting. It was a little too shenanigan-y there.
Yeah, again, there was just something. I think you could feel that it was kind of thrown together. In fact,
very
JR put it great when he's talking about it's more like 4 individuals, and it would have been a great 4-way.
It would have been. All these 4 men working against each other like they kind of were anyway.
But a fatal 4-way should be more of a main event, so I could see why a tag match would make more sense.
Yeah. It had its place in the paper.
Plus, Cody got the win without getting the place booed out of
Right.
Because Pac won.
Yes, because Pac got the pin.
So
Cody still wins.
Yeah. So we'll go B on it, and we're all good now. By the way,
we are.
Yes.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
All right, let's move on.
Let's. Wait a second. FTR ran out at the end of that last match and beat up Cody. Why did they do that?
Oh, because they're working for Andrade still, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they beat the crap out of Cody.
There's something going on there, too.
Yeah, there's something bigger going on.
Is the Pinnacle even going to stay together?
I don't know. Is the Pinnacle even together? I don't know. These are the questions. These are the questions we
Other
ask.
than the accountability buddies, I don't know.
Accountability buddies.
So let's move on to our women's title match.
I'm very disappointed.
Between Britt Baker and Ty Conti.
I'm very disappointed in this match, and I'm disappointed in the people that keep up with continuity. And I see you, continuity person.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't Anna Jay come out with Ty Conti?
Yeah. Why was she out there all alone? Like, I get that she's the baby face, but they knew that Britt was going to have her girls.
And the biggest night of Ty Conti's life, why would Anna not run out to help her after the interference started?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't Thunder Rosa come out as we've built up on shows like Dark and Elevation?
Yeah.
Over and over, and we've got tag clothes. We've got they're the besties. They do the little heart gimmick with each other.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
it made
what's up?
It made no sense.
Yeah.
Unless you do something where Ty Conti, like a pre-tape where she's like, "No, I want to do that with just me and my butt."
Yeah, or they could come out with her and she tells them to go back in the back.
So really, I don't know, man. Just, I won't go off about it too much. It's just the whole thing is the match, I think it had some, other than the obvious, why weren't these people together?
Right.
You have
frustration.
Yeah, the nonstop interference. I don't like that.
No.
Especially
in a championship match.
Championship match on pay-per-view, that's very ish.
Yee.
And I just don't like that. I don't think anybody does. But also there was just something not clicked or some clunkiness with the work.
Yeah.
Between the two. And of course, you got to work each other to get that, to
get that smoothness.
Yeah, to get that smoothness going.
I got to say, I was a little upset that she kicked out of both of Ty's finishing moves.
Yeah.
That, for me, kind of diminishes Ty's power.
I didn't like the finish. I didn't like the rollover and then roll on over.
Yeah.
I
mean, there was a cool curb stomp on the steps and that kind of deal.
Yeah, but Ty didn't lay in any of her stuff. Like, a lot of times Ty just completely kills you.
Maybe pay-per-view jitters.
Yeah, maybe told not to. I don't know.
Either way, this match did not live up.
Ty looked wonderful.
Yeah, she looked great.
I love the paint.
They all look great.
Great war paint and everything.
Didn't live up to the standard that we expected.
No, not. And, for anybody that wants to see that women's division
Yeah.
elevated, right?
Yeah.
Why
You got to be like,
right. This is your two top people that are, I don't know.
it's a title match.
Yeah. So
come on, ladies.
That was it just left a lot. And again, it wasn't that anything was horribly wrong.
Yeah.
There was a lot of cool stuff.
Botches or anything.
A lot of cool stuff happened, but it seemed way more like a Dynamite match to me.
Yeah.
And not even a main event Dynamite match.
Right.
A Dynamite match. I honestly, with all that said, those criticisms are not, again, as it was like a sucky or anything.
No.
But I would give it a B- personally. Maybe, no, you know what? I'd give that a C.
Yeah. I would go C. Definitely.
Yeah.
But then we moved on to CM Punk versus Eddie Kingston, which is a match we were waiting for all night.
Everybody was waiting for this.
Oh, man, these two. Good Lord.
So throughout the week, Eddie Kingston had also wrote an article. And that article got a lot of people going back and watching some All Japan
Right.
from 1994. And, I think that the whole thing of having Masawa and Kawada and that spirit, that King's Road spirit,
right.
in this, it was just very Stan Hansen. It was just, and CM Punk coming out wearing the MMA shorts.
Oh, he looks so good.
He looked better than he's looked so far.
The shorts are good.
Yeah,
Good
keep the shorts. That looked amazing, and he looked like he was having a good time.
Yes, he did.
He looked comfortable. He looked like, I know where I'm going on this story.
Yeah.
And it looked good being able to be a little hillish. The fans were booing some stuff. They were going back and forth, man. They were chanting for both these guys chant, right?
Yeah.
Punk got some wonderful color.
He did.
So, and they
Eddie was like, hit him before the match even started.
knocked him out.
He was like, ha ha ha.
Yeah, so
Gotcha.
So basically not flash knockout
Oh, it was great.
before it even starts, and that just gets it going even more.
Oh, there was a brawl.
But the whole thing is, the story it told was just Eddie being uncontrollable again and
Right.
being very fired up. But he beat the crap out of Punk and had him, on the ropes several times.
Right, yeah.
Punk took some risk, and Punk even did something that everybody's talking about. He did John Cena's, 5 moves of doom.
Right.
Which is he's playing it off now.
Right, like it didn't happen.
But-
like we didn't all see that.
But I've heard a couple different takes on it.
Sorry.
I've heard a couple of different takes on it. No, come on, nice. And one of the takes I liked the most came from Ollie at Wrestle Talk. And it was on his live review, not a proper show, but a live review.
I'm
of
just sitting there after the show ends.
Yeah, and he was talking about on there how it was CM Punk realizing that he is becoming what he hated.
Right. He's turned into that guy.
To John Cena. And, and having the 5 moves or whatever.
Doing the same thing.
And the look that he had in his eyes.
When he realized, he's like, oh no. It was great storytelling.
It was
all in that one little moment.
It was a beautiful match.
Eddie Kingston tried to do the go to sleep, but Punk caught him in the end with it. And he won.
It was an A.
It was an A, definitely.
It really was. It was another Punk match where Punk was able to wrestle whoever he wants. And it feels, again, God bless, I hate to be redundant, but it feels different from everything else on the card.
Yeah.
It does.
It does.
You get like...
It's like very personal.
Yeah.
Like these guys have a personal beef and they're going to settle it right here, right now.
CM Punk is a master.
It's not just business.
He's a master of psychology. And you always feel what's happening in a match. It's much more important, than how many flips he did. It's very, I don't know, there's something about it, man.
And there's something to be said for the fact that fans love Eddie Kingston enough to boo CM Punk for beating on him.
And good on the fans for cheering both.
Yeah.
I
because they're both great.
Because I agree. Both these guys.
Both these guys, yes. Unfortunately, Eddie Kingston's the other one that's a little worse for wear after this pay-per-view. Hopefully he's
knowing Eddie
doing
Kingston,
good.
he had a medical procedure he needed done. He wanted to get it for free. So he was just like, he's like, yeah, I'm going to wait till the Punk match. And
Ow.
then I'm going to get that tooth pulled or whatever, you
Oh,
know, the
man.
shoulder fixed. So
on to our semi-main event. The Inner Circle versus American Top Team.
hold on a second, because I got to push something. Do you want to push it this time?
You go ahead.
Fun button. All right.
I could tell you enjoy it.
I do.
Oh, this Minneapolis street fight was just a joy.
Who knew that we needed a street fight in Minneapolis?
And it wasn't even cinematic, and it was still great.
It was awesome. Listen, if anybody's going to pick apart like Junior Dos Santos's wrestling ability or Andre Arlovsky, or Jericho had to holler because Junior's out of position. Hold on a second. Hold on. You're missing the point.
Yes.
This was placed at a perfect spot to get you laughing, to get you having a good time, to see some death-defying moves, because it's a 3-ring circus, baby.
You need a little chill out before the emotions began.
Little story, little fun, little action, a little Ortiz looking like Paul Stanley. I'm sorry, Ortiz. You look like Paul Stanley.
Oh, man.
He does.
He did.
Heaven's on fire.
Well, I was sold the minute that they said all of the weapons were from Minnesota. I was like, that's amazing. It's amazing.
It really was amazing, especially the Prince sign.
Oh, the Prince sign was great.
Yeah, and what kind of pan was it that Tony knew everything about?
The bunt pan.
The bunt pan.
I love bunt cake.
What the hell?
He's an expert on bunt cake.
It was
There were hockey sticks, water skis, you name it. Toasters, footballs,
and a very tall ladder that Sammy Guevara dived off of.
Yeah. Ow.
So, there was a lot of fun. Dan Lambert.
Oh, man. You got to give Dan Lambert some praise.
I've been trying to praise him.
Yeah, I know.
Dan Lambert you don't understand. You won't understand until he's gone, okay?
You'll miss him.
What Dan Lambert is doing is so old school.
It is.
There's only a few people that understand the art of management, okay, in pro wrestling. He's freaking great.
He really
You
is.
want to see him get killed, but at the same time, you want to hear his promo.
Yeah,
you act like
so
you don't want to
funny.
hear his promo, but it's different than when you hear somebody come out that you really just don't like oh, God. Like, okay, imagine Baron Corbin grabs the mic. You're kind of like,
No, please. Right.
Or Jinder Mahal. If Jinder Mahal is like, gonna cut a promo. But when Dan Lambert gets it, you're going to hear something.
Yeah.
That's going to be probably funny.
Yes.
Right? And entertaining. Or
Likely controversial.
Or fired up. Or some weird little thing nodding off to, Florida wrestling.
Yes.
Man,
he pulled that pipe out of the tracksuit.
That he had in there apparently the whole time. And this is after
great.
he'd already been in the ring. So I don't know.
He got his comeuppance, though, which everyone wanted, and you got.
Yeah.
Be happy.
It was some really good stuff, man.
Don't spoil the fun.
This was what it was, and it was honestly one of my favorite parts of the show.
It was so great.
I have to give the match a B. You can't give a match like that an A.
No.
But I think a B.
'Cause it's silly.
A B is a silly match as A.
Right,
Does that make any kind of sense?
That's like the top marks for a silly match.
Yeah, that's as top as we can give it.
Oh, I loved it, though. It was a
Yeah.
great palate cleanser heading into the main event.
It was, absolutely. And then we got a nice little nod to Jay Lethal coming in,
Yes.
working against Sammy Guevara for the TNT title this
Yes,
coming
we
Wednesday
did.
night on Dynamite.
Yes.
So, good on you. And I guess
Welcome, Jay Lethal.
Jay is all elite.
Yes.
So
Does seem that way.
So there you go.
There you go.
And I'll let you.
Oh, and then Hangman Page versus Kenny Omega for the AEW World Championship. And this has been such a long time coming that it felt like, I don't know, like you finally got to that goal you've been trying to reach for years.
Yeah. And as wrestling fans,
You climbed a mountain to the top.
we don't always feel like we're going to get that because we've been conditioned from other companies to get to that point and then be screwed.
Oh, man. Just fall flat. Just be like, oh.
Sometimes, as fun as a swerve is, sometimes it's okay for us to know where it's going.
Yeah.
And to actually go there.
Yeah, to give the fans what they actually want. It doesn't matter that it's predictable or expected.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to be happy. That's the point.
Tony Khan plotted out his first 4 world champions before the company started. And it never changed.
Shouldn't have.
I think that's beautiful.
It's amazing.
So
listen, even from the get-go, when they showed Hangman on that horse down the street from the Target Center, he's riding down slowly, thinking about all the things that have happened up to this point. You see the Dark Order running through the bridge. You just know you're in for some good cowboy shit at that point.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, this match had everything. It had the emotions.
Yeah.
You can't get a better story.
No.
It's impossible to build a better story.
Yeah.
They've done it all through all their, through BTE to the matches to going all the way back. Mm-hmm. I mean, the Bullet Club.
Yeah.
This is built.
Yeah. And the match, I mean, they just started going right at each other. And, I mean, there was everything. We got to see Kenny's dive and the You Can't Escape. We got to see the Deadeye. And, I mean, they played all the hits.
Yeah.
All the things you want to see in this match.
Absolutely. And very Japanese, as you put last night.
Yes.
It's like different acts, and
yeah. Like you build. Something crazy happens.
Right.
Then it slows down for a second.
Yeah. I mean, the brutality was there. It was awesome.
Yes.
It was
you could tell these
awesome.
guys knew each other very well.
Yeah.
And you could tell that these guys didn't necessarily like each other very much.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. I mean,
oh, man.
This is wrestling. And
talking about tugging at your heartstrings, honestly. But Hangman was determined this time. Like, he wasn't going to let his feelings get in the way this time. He was not going to let himself fall short because he had all these fans cheering for him, and he knew he was going to leave that ring as a champion.
So here's the deal, man. So Don Callis, his interference backfired. Kenny did the deal where he pulled the ref in, and we've seen this happen before.
Yes.
So ref goes down. Things happen. We get a close, but Aubrey runs out. 1, 2, kick out, right? We've seen all this happen, but Don Callis gets his comeuppance.
Yeah, finally.
And everybody wants to see that, but still yet, when everything seems to be going good, the Bucks come out.
You saw them coming, and you're like, what are they going to do? Because you're never sure. You're never sure with them.
And we know what has happened for a year.
Yeah. They had the chance when Hangman was on the outside to grab his foot.
Which would go back to when Hangman grabbed Nick's foot.
Yes, and cost them the tag title shot.
Nick could have grabbed his foot right then.
But he didn't. And then he went to the other side, and Matt was there.
And that's the one that got me.
Oh, because Hangman looked down at him, and Matt just looked at him, and he just nodded.
Like, go get it.
Just do it.
Go get it.
And they were finally in his corner, which was the whole argument.
Yeah.
That they weren't there for him the first time. That they didn't want it. They were too big deal to come out to the ring with that old Hangman.
Yeah. So.
And it was kind of like they were in his corner this time.
Yeah.
It's just sad and wonderful.
Amazing storytelling that, again, done on a level that is just not done.
Yeah.
It's every feel-good thing that you can imagine, and we had the championship win. We had the Dark Order then come out, right? His buddies. He's like, no, come on down.
Yeah, they're up there on the stage cheering. He's like, come on.
They have a beer ready for him, and he knocks it down because he didn't need the beer.
He didn't need it anymore.
He just needed his friends.
And he gives them all a big old hug. Oh, I got chills.
I just did. I really did.
Goosebumps. Oh.
Wow, that's wild.
That's the kind of stuff we love to see.
That's what we live for.
Yes.
That is wrestling. And I don't have anything else to say about it except A+.
Oh, A+, man. Oh, Hangman's a champion after all this time.
Cowboy shit.
Oh, champion shit.
It's going to be some great stuff. Listen, I don't have anywhere else to go on that. I had some other stuff planned. We'll talk to you about Dynamite later. I'm excited about everything. Please.
We haven't announced all the matches yet. We'll just get to it.
If you like what you see, if you like us, please give us a like. share, subscribe. You have no idea how much that actually does help to leave comments and subscribe. Yes. If you're listening to us on iTunes or something, leaving a comment there too and giving us a 5-star on that. Really much appreciated. All joking aside, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for listening and watching us.
Thank you for your support.
It means a lot to us, and hopefully we'll just, keep getting better for you. But for Raja, I'm John. So long from Blind Tag Wrestling News Now.
Bye.
Bye.